And we are live. I'd like to dedicate this song to all of my crypto friends.
Working hard to get a raise, lifting that wage up. Inflation takes it like a hidden taxation. Manipulated interest rates to give the banks a way to create money with the loans that they're giving out daily. That means our money is dead, and we gotta pay back more than 100%. No wonder then why the middle class is going under when the ones above them gotta cover and come to collect. And many have no access to banking, making payments or saving, so more fees are taken. And every day the gatekeepers are trying to stop change. We cannot wait. Welcome to the blockchain.
Things are about to change. Open up the gates. Systems get replaced. Bitcoin, decentralize the trust. Security, transparency. The network's run by us.
Bitcoin is a decentralized ledger, and the currency is its first enterprise ever. Secured by the worldwide incentivized network, can't be stolen or controlled by any size effort. You can send it anywhere and instantly. No one can intervene, no third party in between. There's no counterfeiting, algorithms control the outer limit to how many coins can get released. Programmable money, no government can seize it. Payments can be customized by sender and receiver. Contracts written, cementing your agreements for terms that can't be met once you consent that it completes it. Autonomous businesses are possible where profit is distributed amongst those adopting it. Paradigm shift, we must adjust to the end. And with the blockchain, Bitcoin is just the beginning.
Welcome to the
Welcome to the blockchain. What's going on, Patrick? How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Doing amazing, my friend. Doing amazing.
Good.
It's Friday.
It is.
God, I'm so glad it's Friday.
Yeah, but for some of us, we're working over the weekend. We got stuff to take care of. I know you do, but it's a little bit slower paced, so that's all right.
Absolutely. It's the weekend is when you do your regular weekly work, but you also get to grab some of that honeydew list and
Oh yeah,
get that done. That's one thing that they don't tell you when you get married. How that honeydew list just it keeps going. It never ends.
yeah, that's the truth. That's
But
the truth.
what can you do? So this week has been one hell of a week for the world, cryptos. I mean, we have Ukraine in the midst of everything. Yeah. Look who's in the house. It's my lovely bride. Hey, honey. Hey, look at that redhead. Oh, that's a good looking woman right there. So
She's checking your ass on the honeydew list comment.
oh, ain't that the truth? My honeydew list has actually switched over to honey. Can you call somebody and get them to do that? I mean, she'd literally be sitting like cooking dinner, be like, "Hey, honey, could you run out that trash?" And I'm like, can't we get somebody to do that? I mean, isn't that why we got the dog? I mean, doesn't the dog know how to
That's a
run?
retriever. It's a retriever.
Well, it needs to learn how to pluck and be a taker too. You know, run that shit outside and retrieve me a burr from the garage while you're at it. It's amazing how some of these people actually train their dogs. Like, open the refrigerator, go in, grab a beer, and bring it to them.
Yeah. Well, I'm just afraid the dog would puncture the beer can. That's
That,
and
yeah,
then shoot it.
yeah. Are you talking about the dog or the beer?
The dog biting it.
Oh,
If
yeah.
it's
Well,
incisor, puncturing it, and then just drinking it. Screw you,
I don't
buddy. Get
blame
your
it.
own beer. I got mine.
Especially if it's Friday. Why not? It's what do you think the purpose is of Ukraine writing legislation right in the midst of apparently being just assaulted by Putin? Does the Ukraine legislation go, hey, while we're getting the shit beat out of us, let's pass that Bitcoin legislation? You
Well,
don't
shit.
think
I
that
think
they're
they've gotten 100 million.
money?
Haven't they gotten $100 million in donations and cryptos?
Yeah, something ridiculous, like a shit ton of money.
Yeah, but it's a fad.
Oh, absolutely. This Bitcoin thing's going away like
It's like
zipper.
pockets, man. It's like pockets. It's not going to be around.
Exactly. Who needs a pocket? They have to be hiding money. That's it.
Oh, you mean somebody in Ukraine would be corrupt?
Like Hunter Biden's on his laptop, try. See, I think that is one of the reasons that he did not get rid of that laptop. I think that's where, because I highly doubt that Hunter Biden is that crypto savvy. I think he had cryptos on there, and that is why he would not let go or get rid of that laptop.
Sure.
It's the only thing that makes sense. It's unless you were holding on to all of the other videos and stuff, but yet wouldn't you remove the videos of you?
Oh no. Those are prizes for him. He's a twisted son of a bitch. Don't conflate your frame of mind with his. I mean, he's a crack addict, right?
Yeah.
He's in a different place. So what's normal for him is obviously not normal for the rest of us. So he has those videos as prizes. Look what I did, Mom. Oh shit.
And apparently, according to his dad, the big guy, well, how we all know somebody who's who's had nude pictures or pornography taken of them, and then they're blackmailed. We all know
No.
somebody.
No. No. I don't know anybody who's gone through that plight. No.
That's you talk about setting the table.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that's
For
like
normalcy. Well, that's what takes place inside the Beltway. I mean, you
yeah,
got Eric Swalwell getting honey trapped by the Chinese spy, Ying Ying or whatever her name was.
yeah. It's 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 like it's like a child who hasn't cleaned their room and like mom's walking right towards it and they're like, mom, uh, clean rooms are really overrated.
And the sign of a sick mind.
Right. And actually I've read that children who have dirty rooms are actually very very good children. Just FYI, as she opens the door and the waft of the teenage, you know,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's that that unique smell of like dirty socks and
Stinky
old
boys is what
bread.
Stinky
You know?
boys is what my mom used to refer to us as. There were 4 boys in the house, so yeah, yeah.
Oh, I feel for
It
your mom.
was, it was. What did you eat? What you served, Mom. What you served.
Exactly.
Remember, it, yeah, you got 2 choices: take it or leave it. Well, we enjoyed take it, so
Yeah, mom, you're the one that made us eat the sauerkraut. So don't blame us for the funny smells that come out of
oh
us.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
There, it's we have everything going on in Europe. We have Joe Biden getting ready to talk to the president of China. Boy, that's gonna be an interesting
Oh,
conversation.
oh,
It he can't even form a sentence. What is it with Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi? She's just all over the damn place. And half of the other politicians, they know something's coming. They
oh,
know
yeah.
it.
Nancy's suffering from water brain. She's just her. She's got a liquor-addled mind, and
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. She's just a mess. She's just a
it-
mess.
that woman is drunk by noon. It's if you've ever watched one of her press conferences,
Oh yeah.
if there's not alcohol involved, somebody really needs to take her in and get her checked. Because if she's sober, acting like that, it's not there anymore.
Right. Right.
It's crazy on the way the world is. This is not how I thought the world would adopt cryptos. All right. This is what I'm learning. The market, when you see the prices go down, that's when the whales are accumulating. when you see the prices go up, that's when the whales aren't buying. There's this large swath of rich people who are manipulating the shit out of the prices on the exchanges. Then they're going to the over-the-counters. Once they drop it, they're buying. Then they let it go back up, and then they drop it, and they buy it. That's why I named the video what I named it, because every morning that I wake up, if the market has dropped, I have 3 messages on my phone of people going, they're buying big, they're buying big. And that's the trend. Whenever the market drops, is the big boys buying. It's a complete opposite of what we would think of normal. But the accumulation is actually happening on the over the counters, and there's not much yet. Although the over the counters have gotten smart too. They're accumulating off the exchanges piece by piece by piece by piece. There's now companies that their only jobs are actually purchasing cryptos. That's it. There's 10 to 20 people on a team, and they have their computers set up, and they have it where when the price hits a certain point, they buy, and that's on Binance. That's on every exchange, except they're rotating it over a 24-hour period. These groups are putting some money into literally wringing out as many Bitcoin as they can get while holding it around 40,000. And they're patient. They're not in a hurry, while everyone else is, when's the price gonna go up? When's the price? They're not worried about that. They're worried about how many Bitcoin can I get before the next halvening.
Right.
The next halvening. I don't think people appreciate how much liquidity is going to go away after the next halvening. That's in 2 years and a few months, I think.
That sounds about right.
And
And what do we have? 2 million Bitcoin left?
yeah. I think there's, as of right now, there's like 18.4 million Bitcoin in that have actually been
Circulation.
released.
Right.
So what's that leave? Like
2.6.
yeah, like 2.6 million Bitcoin left to be distributed over 140 or 120 years. Because the very last
It's 18.9. Almost all. It's 18.986. So
oh
it's less than 2.1.
wow,
Yeah.
think about that.
And that closed pretty quickly because I remember we were at it was probably about a year ago, we were at about 18.4.
Yeah,
So, 500,000 Bitcoin gone in a year's time. That would say we got 40 years.
think
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, and yeah. Yeah. It would be 5 with the happening midstream. So,
Yeah.
but still,
So if I think at the next halvening, once that happens, there's only going to be like 1.1 million Bitcoin left to be mined after the next halvening. And that goes until the year 2143, I think. And now, mind you, Bitcoin never actually runs out of releasing coins. It's just once you hit 2143, I think that's the year where it's literally like 0.001 released every year or something like that.
2143.
Yeah, I think that's the last year where there's a recognizable, or relatively measurable fraction released. It's if that doesn't tell you to hodl, I don't know what will.
But Jim is saying Satoshis will be left, and he's right.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what we're gonna be talking in Satoshis now.
yeah, it's
2143. I don't think I'll be buying green bananas at that point. I think I'm at
Hey,
the end of my rope.
all right. Hang on. I'm letting everyone know right now. Patrick and I, once we wrap up this video here, we will be going over to the Patreon channel at around 11 or noon. All right. That's when we're going to get into some political talk. And I'm warning everyone right now, it's going to get ugly because there's so much going on. And Patrick and I, because he's out there and I'm in here and we've been working and I've been traveling, we haven't really had time to have one of our good political conversations in a while. So you guys are just going to witness me and him rambling on about everything we've learned since the last time him and I have really sat down and talked politics. So click the link under here and join us over on Patreon. That show, it's what we can't say here, we say over there, because that's our safe space.
Yeah, because we need safe space.
We do. We definitely need a hug. You know, we need a cuddle. We need make sure no one says anything offensive. And so I wanted to bring you on the show today, Patrick. What in the last week or so in cryptos have you seen or heard that you think is significant to the space?
I'm hearing that the reaction to Biden's executive order is really a non-event. I sent you a copy of that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And it doesn't seem like it has much to it yet.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's really not getting lambasted by the crypto space, I think is a good thing. I'm not sure. I've read that, and it's a bunch of hot air. And there really was no great telling information about it, but they're going to be forming a committee to come up with a means of regulation. I thought that was interesting. This one really got my goat though. Both Pocahontas and Evergreen. And if you don't know who Evergreen was also the proper tense.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, she ran against number 45 in 2016 and lost. Anyway, those two came out and we're talking about the need to regulate cryptocurrencies because all of these bad actors are using it for the cartels and oligarchs, and they're hiding money, and they're sending funds around the world for illicit deals. And just that week, the Department of Justice had busted that couple for trying to hack $4.5 billion in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And the press release is on the Department of Justice site, and it talks about if they didn't have blockchain, they would never have been able to follow this money, which obviously is contrary to what these two hags were talking about. And second to that, what it does is it really exposes those two for being on the side of old money, big banks, which are still the life source for cartels, criminals, oligarchs, because they're laundering money through Deutsche Bank, Societe Generale, Mellon Bank, J.P. Morgan. I mean, you name the institution. If it's large, they're laundering money. So I found that to be pretty hilarious that those two have the stones to be going, over there, crypto, bad. And then the bad guys are in the background.
Especially those. Well, I don't know. I don't know about Pocahontas. I don't think she has any cryptos over in the Ukraine. But I know one thing. Putin has somebody's money.
He's one of the richest men in the world.
No. This week, he announced who he sanctioned over in Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah.
It was every progressive in leadership that you could think of. It was the Clintons. It was hell, the redhead who's always circling back.
Psaki?
Yeah. It's Joe Biden. It's Joe Biden Jr. It's Jojo Biden. It's it's every progressive out there has their accounts in Russia frozen. And you notice how they worded it when they released that they had sanctioned these people, how they said, we have sanctioned and frozen all of your known and unknown accounts. Not so much worried about the known accounts.
Right.
How about the unknown accounts?
Right.
That's whenever the politicians' ears, perked up.
Right.
They're like,
Yeah.
You mean like the Panama Papers? Those accounts?
Yeah. My funds in Liechtenstein.
Yeah. And then you have Congress. We gotta pass a bunch of money so we can give it to Ukraine. Oh, I bet it's going to Ukraine. As soon as that thing passed, it went to every hush money person, every person who has blackmail on them, the whole group. They're talking about more. Oh, and now all of a sudden, apparently 19 is making a comeback. It took a break for a second, but now it's just all over the place. We're all just toast again. Do you think they're in a little bit of a panic?
I do. And I'll tell you what, the Durham thing isn't done either.
Oh, that's only getting better.
That's simmering, baby. Yeah.
What do you think about the CEO of Walt Disney abruptly leaving the job? I mean, abruptly.
Well, they busted some folks.
They had to bring the old CEO back.
They busted a bunch of folks down there. Four Disney employees and a judge down in Florida were tied to a sex trafficking ring.
Yes.
So I don't know if there's overlap there, but there was another bust that took place among Disney employees. This was probably about a year ago. I think they got in like 8 to 12 Disney employees for sex trafficking and crimes. And I mean, it's disturbing. It's a perfect target.
If you think about it, it's kind of the same philosophy as that one guy whenever they asked him, hey, why do you rob banks? And he goes, well, because that's where they keep the money.
That was Dylan. It was totally
Yeah. Why do you work at Walt Disney? Well, that's where they keep the kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
That's fucking disturbing.
it's we this has to be the end of days. Jesus is either here or he at least has a friggin' has his train ticket. He's on. There's so much going on right now that they can't prop this up. Right now, someone said right now on CNN, they're actually talking about the U.S. Uh, the U.S. friggin' biolabs in Ukraine. You know, the ones that a week ago they said didn't exist.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the one. What was her name? Newland. Veronica Newland was the undersecretary at the state, who came out and made the comment that we do in fact have labs there, and the concern is that there are pathogens, not that they're conducting military warfare or chemical warfare tests. Well, if you have a freaking pathogen and it's in a foreign country, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't we just go through this shit? I'm sorry.
What I
You
want
can't
to
control
know
it.
is why that if they were honest players, well, let's think about this. If they were honest players, you wouldn't have any of these labs in Ukraine or where's the one right by China that Taiwan? There's like 20 something in Taiwan. And as X22 said, and Trump literally said on a radio interview, I think he said something like, you know, I got a feeling China's getting ready to do something with Taiwan. And it was right after Russia was hitting all these.
Yeah. Well, let's save this one for,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
because we can go down that rat hole, and I have a completely different opinion now.
Oh, absolutely. Let's hear a word from the sponsor real quick. Let's see, who is today's sponsor? Oh, hey, it's Calyx Solutions, the laptop for the new rich revolution.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from Calyx Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from Calyx Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calyxsolutions.io.
Hang on one second. And we're back. So, hang on a second. Patrick, talk. What's going on in Bitcoin?
Well, let's see. The dog's getting better, the puppy. That's a big plus.
Oh, good.
Yeah. He's lasting longer during the night, so I only have to get up once. which is wonderful because that getting up 3 times during the night was absolutely destroying my sleep. Yeah, and his aunt, who's 5 years older, is still annoyed with his presence, and will be for a while. So, but it's fun to watch those two. Let's see what else I got. We're almost at pool season. We got another month and a half. In the end of April, I think beginning of May, the pool will be open finally. That'll be, well, it's a pond, really.
No, that's they're gonna let him leave the retirement home once his pool's open. Now, mind you, he'll have to have on those sleeve floaties.
The water wings. I get to put my beer inside of them.
There you go. Right. And I wanted to announce that I will be, hang on a second, I'm going to share a screen real quick. I will be at Float Fest, April 29th through May 3rd. Now, the reason I'm saying this is I have 20 tickets to give away. And I'm not talking regular tickets. I'm talking VIP package where you get early access to the venue. You get 10% off of all of Float Fest merchandise. The open bar access. This is included in the ticket. So you have access to the open bar every day you're there. Now, I have 10, I'm going to draw 10 winners from my Patreon channel. So, if you want to enter to win a VIP package, which is you and a friend, to Float Fest with me, hang out on April 29th, 30th, May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Join the Patreon, and you'll be able to hang out with me all weekend at the open bar, because that's basically where I'm going to be. I know that's where I'm going to broadcast from. So, enter to win by joining the Patreon channel. And at the end of this month, I will be drawing the winners, because there'll be 10 of them. I have 20 tickets. I'll have 10 winners. Each person who wins will be able to bring your wife or your husband or your boyfriend, your girlfriend, up to you. So click the link under here, join the Patreon, and you're entered to win the contest. That's it. A shout out to all of my friends at Float Fest. And if you don't know what Float is a decentralized kind of a Twitter platform. Go over and check them out at float.io. I think it's float.io. If I'm wrong, correct me in the chat, please. So, let me switch that back over. All right, Patrick, give the people the information they need who order a Calyx Solutions laptop, then you and I got a little bit of work I got to do, but then we are jumping over to Patreon. And that's when we really get to unload on what we really think.
Sure. You can text me or call me at 702-845-8276, or you can email me at info@calyxsolutions.io. We get back to you as quickly as we possibly can. I do make calls on weekends. I do answer emails on weekends. I set up Zoom calls also. We've had some folks over in Europe that have been asking as to whether or not we ship over there. We do. We have shipped to Shanghai. We have shipped to Australia. We have shipped to New Zealand and everywhere in the EU. So no concerns about us being able to get you a crypto laptop there. We are almost done with our portal, which is a place where all of our clients, anybody who has bought a laptop from us in the past, you'll get an email from us with a link to the portal and your user ID and password. It will provide you access to that, and you'll be able to look at the how-to videos. We have about 15 to 20 of them in hand, and we'll create more based on input from you folks. When you say, hey, I want to know how to do this, we'll be able to create a video along those lines. So here at our Magic Studio, we'll be able to do that. So again, cryptos can be had online at calyxsolutions.io. There's a tab in your upper right-hand corner. That's for you. And you can, it says crypto laptops. You'll be able to click on that and then decide between a Mac and a PC, and then whether or not you want the premium build out, which is what 90% of the world can use on a regular basis, or custom if there are more that you want to add. And you can always add URLs, wallets, and exchanges at a later date. So it's not like you're locked in. So I look forward to talking to you. Give me a jingle too, 702-845-8276. That's it.
Yep, that's our website right there. All you do is go over, you hit crypto laptops, you choose Windows or Apple, and then you want either the purchase the premium crypto laptop, or you customize it. Up to you. And other than that, Patrick, it's Friday. We got lots to do today.
Yeah,
but
we do.
We will see you guys in, what time is it? All right, now,
It is almost 10 o'clock Central Standard Time.
10 o'clock. We will meet you on Patreon at 11. How's that sound?
It sounds good.
Patrick, can you make 11?
I can make 11.
All right. Everybody, we will see you on Patreon at 11 o'clock. That's in 1 hour and 8 minutes. And once again, remember, enter to win a weekend with Bitcoin Ben at the Float Fest.
Not Bernie? Not Bernie?
Now, everybody, see you on Patreon. Bye-bye.
Adios.